a fundamental truth that half the country insists we all deny, namely that babies are people. Babies are people. More obvious even than that men are not women. And yet half of our country denies this fact. In the United States today, if you disturb the egg of a bald eagle, you will face a $250,000 fine and 2 years in federal prison. If you serve foie gras, one of my favorite dishes, fatty goose liver, if you serve that in a New York restaurant, you will be fined $2,000. The city council strongly considered adding a jail sentence for serving that delicacy because foie gras is considered animal cruelty. If you ask your waitress for a plastic straw in Santa Barbara, that server could be forced to pay $1,000 and serve 6 months in jail because of the off chance that your plastic straw could end up in a landfill that then ends up in the ocean, that then ends up in the nose of a tortoise. A tortoise which could be served on the menu of that very same restaurant in soup. Disturb the egg of an eagle, you will wind up bankrupt and in the clink. But kill a human baby at just about any stage of development, just about anywhere in this country, and you will be celebrated as a brave defender of freedom. You can't sip from a plastic straw because a South Pacific tortoise might inhale it, but you can kill a baby with arms and legs and eyes and hands. A baby with a heart and a face almost anywhere in the U.S. up until the point of birth. And if the governor of Virginia is to be believed, you can kill the baby even after birth. Most Americans think that this is insane. There was a recent survey from the Harvard Center for American Political Studies and Harris Poll found that most Americans, 70%, believe that abortion should only be permitted in the first trimester or in cases of rape and incest. A whopping 94% of Americans believe there should be some restrictions on abortion. Unfortunately, the remaining 6% seem to comprise every leftist politician and activist and mainstream media mouthpiece in the country. The vast majority of Americans want restrictions on abortion, and the left is clamoring for abortion on demand without apology, funded by your taxpayer dollars. How does the left force their unpopular abortion policies down everybody's throats? Well, they convince you that the issue is very complicated. They convince you that men, half the population, cannot have an opinion on the subject. Never mind that women are more likely to identify as pro-life than men are. And that's according to Democratic pollster Celinda Lake. Never mind that the same leftists who tell us that men can't have an opinion on abortion are also the leftists who tell us that men can actually have abortions. I am looking at you, Julian Castro. They're the same leftists who tell us that men really are women and women are really men, but the men anyway can't have an opinion on abortion. They will do anything, stoop to any depth, to prevent you from recognizing that babies are people.